Welcome to JRTV. Now we can discuss about kanuka plant. Kanuka plant is a perennial plant, and the leaf itself will have pulvinous leaf base. In anywhere in the plant leaf, there will be bulging portion at the attachment to the mother stem is pulvinous leaf base. So for this this kanuka plant, the roots will be pebble shape, and there will be a nodular type of structure, and there will be in these nodules rich of nitrogen synthesized bacteria. Will be so much of bacteria in this root portion. So the fertility of a land we can enhance by plantation of this kanuka plant at our agricultural boundaries, so that the fertility of the agricultural land will be enhanced by 50 to 60% by plantation of this kanuka plant, because the rhizobium bacteria will be abundant in these roots of this kanuka plant, will synthesize nitrogen. So nitrogen is very viable for aggressive growth of a plant. So this is the leaves are very greenish and parrot green color anytime, and the leaves are very bitter. So some village people used to clean the teeth with this stems of this kanuka plant in villagers, so that the bitter will kill the harmful bacteria in oral cavity and harmful virus in oral cavity, and this candidial infections will be washed out by chewing this baby leaves of this kanuka plant, and you have to spit it immediately, because the bitter taste, some people will get vomiting sensation. So immediately after chewing of this leaves or baby branches of this kanuka plant, you have to spit it immediately. You should not swallow the juice of this baby leaves of this kanuka plant. So intestinal flora will also kill. So probiotics also will kill by this kanuka plant. So should not engulf, should not swallow, should not degluttate the juicy form of this kanuka leaves or baby stems or mature stems of kanuka stem, because every even neem leaves also very bitter in taste, the stem also very bitter in taste, and the baby branches of neem plant also very bitter in taste. So the taste of bitter, highly bitter, will kill the harmful bacteria in oral cavity and on the dorsum of the tongue, because the tongue itself will have the structure of tongue itself grooves and crevices and this furrows and fissures on the tongue will lodge so many billions of bacteria, harmful bacteria will liberate acidic fumes and acidic smell, and this halitosis and fermentation smell, because carbohydrates and sugars will ferment instantaneously with the extra added bacteria on the fissures of tongue. So intolerable bad smell will liberate from the oral cavity, and the people will run away if the person with halitosis bad breath from the oral cavity. If he talks face to face, we can't tolerate the bad odor from the halitosis patient. So we have to prefer in this case the neem, the baby sticks of neem, and this kanuka leaves and baby leaves of neem plant will be very useful and acts as a Ayurvedic effect on oral cavity, and the debris and the plaque and the bacteria in the fissures of tongue and furrows of tongue will be washed out and killed by this high bitter taste of this these branches or leaves or baby leaves or baby branches or adult stems also. So in villagers, the dried fruit will be used to mask the genital organs, just like sigubilla, because the seed itself will be flattened and it will be in heart shape, some heart shape also, under different shapes, and it will be flat and plateau like thing. So they will put perforation and they will tie up with the thread to the west area. So so this is a highly medicinal plant, and it will reduce global warming and perforations of O3 layer, and it will enhance the fertility of agriculture land by 50 to 60%, 50 to 60%. So we have to plant on the boundaries of this agriculture land, and on either side of highways, this kanuka plant will decrease the atmospheric temperature, and the air will be become the hot air will become cold, and it will reduce the atmospheric temperature and make it cool, like Ooty and Kodaikanal atmosphere it will create. So this is the best of nature's natural cool breeze. If we can plant on either side of highways and ring roads and this agricultural boundaries also. So the flowers looks like snake hood, and lavender color and white color and yellow color, different color format, the flowers will grow. So this these seeds, if we can press, heat pressing, so there will be biodiesel extraction from the pulp of this cake. This biodiesel will lubricate the mechanized instruments without getting sound, without getting aging, without repairs, and without boring of engines and big generators, and automobile industry and mechanized in industries to reduce aging of this mechanized instruments. This oil is very viable, and so that the long durability of machinery will be happen. So so this is a lubricant, and it will reduces the aging of instrumentation and mechanized devices, and it will be the cake of this minute quantities of cake will be useful for plants propagation in a healthy mode without any pest attacks, termite attacks, or any stem necrosis, root necrosis, flower necrosis, fruit necrosis, and stem necrosis. Like that, we can eradicate the pest and termite effects, and this root necrosis also of the root necrosis of stem, and stem necrosis, fruit necrosis, and flower necrosis, and leaf necrosis, and other pest infections will be eradicated by the highly bitter cake of this kanuka plant. So this will be very useful in agriculture and in mechanized devices. So this is a perennial plant, Sata Sahasra Vasantala Jivapennidi. It can withstand thousands of years on earth without any stem and root necrosis, and it will increase the earth fertility, and we can get so much of yield if we can plant at the boundaries of this agricultural land. So the earth fertility will be improved, and so many useful bacteria will number will be increased in the earth level, and there will be abundant yield, abundant aggressive, and so much of yield we can get in paddy cultivation, wheat cultivation, and soya beans, and this white gram, red gram, green gram, yellow gram, black gram, and so many grams family, and even beans also. Tons of beans we can cultivate in agriculture sector, and even groundnuts also. Abundant yield of groundnut we can get in agricultural land if we can plant all around the boundaries of this 1 acre or 2 acre or 10 acres or 50 acres or 60 acres or 100 acres of land. So there will be rhizobium bacteria, and it will synthesize nitrogen. Nitrogen is useful for aggressive growth of plants, and proliferation of branches, and fruiting of plants, flowering of plants, and cross pollination and fruiting, and without any pest attacks and termite attacks, the nitrogen will be more useful, and for the growth of a plant, aggressive growth of a plant. So this is a perennial plant, and for preservation of mangoes and this palm tree derivatives, we will cover up with these branches of this kanuka plant. So there will be cooling effect, and the product won't spoil. It will we can preserve it for a long time, and because of bitter so much of bitter taste, the termites, the cockroaches, and the silverfish, and the pest attacks won't come nearby these leaves and this plant also. So this is a perennial plant, and Sata Sahasra Vasantala Jiva Pennidi. This plant will live for longer time, decades of time, but the human will merge into the earth. The plant never merge into the earth. So this is the Kalpa Vruksh of modern time. So this is kanuka plant. This is about kanuka plant. Thank you so much for watching your JRTV. Signing off.